We're going to move on now. Military news now from the Times, and the UN want to change the UK's recruitment strategy when it comes to the military.
Yes, well, this is, of course, I am a military expert. Everyone knows that I'm all gung-ho military.
Yes, you were in Nam.
I was in Nam. It was a Nam story.
Nice. That was good. That was like almost a proper joke from Lewis Schaffer.
It was, but I had to be taught it. Everybody else is.
Can we get his name?
We get the name.
So tell us about this one, Lewis.
Is that I didn't know this, that the British military, according to a UN panel of the Children's Rights Committee, is that they say that the British military should not recruit from 18, should not recruit under 18s, according to the UN.
Yeah, well, they can do. They can recruit from 16, so long as they have parental approval.
Yeah. One
parent, is a bit young, you know. And I know they say, well, you can marry at 16 with parental approval. I think that's a bit young, as well, to be honest.
It is. The whole thing is young, but maybe it's better to keep them in the military than have them wandering the streets. They also found that disadvantaged children are overrepresented in the British Armed Forces.
Well, as it has always been.
As it's always been. Who else is going to go into the military except people with no money? You think rich people are going to go into the military and get shot to death?
No, probably not. Nick, do you think that 16, I mean, it's certainly out of line with the vast majority of countries in Europe.
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't know it wasn't 18 already. I remember my granddad saying he signed up for World War II at 16, and that was illegal then. You had to sort of...
people lied about their age to get in,
Whereas now apparently it actually is 16. I suppose we're that desperate for troops because our army apparently is not in the best state ever, so perhaps they just need everyone they can get. But 16 obviously seems...
a 16-year-old with a gun?
No.
Or with a military strategy? I mean,
I would raise the voting age to 25, so...
Actually, I don't think that's a bad idea, to be honest.
30.
But you want an 18-year-old or even a 16-year-old with a gun, because he's going to use it. It's people like us who are going to go to the line and say, oh, I got the guns heavy.
Oh, no, we'd be standing there saying, I'm not sure about the ethics of this situation. Yeah. I couldn't possibly...
Right, you sort of you need, like, undeveloped brains to be sent off to war. Is that your argument?
Well, when AI happens, you know, we could just have an army full of robots, drones.
Right.
You know,
I heard something very interesting related to this. I don't know how it said that if you were below 18 and you enlisted in the military, you could get out of the military with no problem.
Yes.
If after like 5 weeks you said, "Hey, this is not for me," but you couldn't do that if you enlisted over 18.
Okay.
And
well, I think let's leave sort of killing to the adults. I think that's a reasonable thing to say.